This is a Your Last Resorts production.
And welcome back to the Your Last Resort podcast with your host, Brandon Lejean. It's episode 110. This is the intro section. Hadn't talked to you guys in an episode or two. Wanted to reach out. Guys, I fucking did it. I sold out Oscar Blues. Couldn't have been a better show. Couldn't have been like... All the comics were great. The audience was great. Huge turnout. So thankful for anyone that came out. If you're a listener that came out, thank you so much. If you spread the word or anything, I really, really appreciate you. It was super cool. We should be having more shows there soon. So that went amazing. It's funny. If you listen to the episode, you'll hear us talk about it because we actually filmed this episode right before we went out to Bark the day of the show, which if you don't know what barking is, we go out and basically hand people flyers and beg them to come to the show. It's kind of sad, but it sells tickets. And yeah, I just can't believe it. I was so stressed about this show. You know, I talked about it a little bit on here, but it's so stressful producing and running a show. So, you know, you worry that 0 people are going to show up and you're going to have wasted the comics time, your time, the venue's time. You want it to be perfect, and it couldn't have gone much better. It was so awesome, so good. I was so happy. I was on cloud 9 the whole day. And then, dude, if you guys are listening to this, also out now. It took me a little bit longer to get it out. Like on last episode, I said it should have been out. It didn't come out till Monday. But the food show, Your Last Review, episode 2 with Cranky Grannies is out now on YouTube. Please, 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 please go take a minute to watch the show. I'm super proud of it. Super proud of the content that's came out of it. I think it's a great, interesting, fun food show. If you enjoy comedy, if you enjoy food, if you enjoy good times, I think it has all of it for you. I'm really proud of it. Obviously, I'm going to hype up my own stuff, but if you could please go rate, review, and subscribe to my YouTube, check it out. You can go to Brandon Lejean. It's YouTube/Brandon Lejean Comedy is where you can find it. So yeah, guys, please, please, please go check out the new food show, rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast and the channel. And guys, I hope you enjoy this episode. It's with a hilarious comedian. He was on the show, Nick Ceppaglia. You guys are going to love him. Super fun episode. Already listened to it. Really enjoyed it. So, guys, thank you so much. If this is your first time listening or your 110th time listening, I appreciate you. Now, enjoy the episode with Nick Ceppaglia. See ya. And welcome back to the Your Last Resort podcast with your host, Brandon Lejean. This week it's episode 110, and I'm joined by my very special guest, Nick Ceppaglia. Thank you for joining the podcast.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Of course, dude.
Thank you.
I got the name right?
Yes.
Good. Yes. Dude, it's like one of those things where I completely understand that I'm competent enough to say someone's name right, and that I'm someone who gets their name wrong all the time. So I understand how it feels, but what I did right is I just wrote like Saw at the start. Like your name on here is spelled Ceppaglia because that's going to be easier for me.
Ceppaglia, bro.
Yeah.
Ceppaglia, dude.
That's your white boy name. I love it.
Ceppaglia.
So I asked Nat, our guest last week, this question because he also has a difficult last name. Have you ever thought about having a stage name with that last name?
Yeah, I thought about it, but
What'd you think about? What were your thoughts of having?
I thought it'd be cool just to go with my middle name.
What's your middle name?
Leslie.
Nick Leslie?
No.
Leslie?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that
so Nick Les?
No, it would just be my stage name would be Les.
Oh shit.
Lee.
Okay, all right. Hell yeah. I like that.
It's Leslie. You know.
That would have been. I feel like everyone would have been really confused when you weren't like an Asian woman, dude.
Exactly.
That is you need a sun visor.
Yeah, exactly,
dude.
Not showing up playing mahjong and shit.
Yeah. No.
know?
Exactly. Yeah, so that's the middle name's a good one. I thought of the same thing. I thought about going by Brandon Carter because my middle name's Carter, which doesn't sound as bad, but I don't know. Same thing as I'm sure you just kind of were like, they'll learn it. It's like
I kind of thought of it like, you know, it's like fuck it, you know, like
who cares?
It's my name, it's unique, you know, like. Mm-hmm. I think it, you know, eventually, like at first it'd be like when Zach Galifianakis first started, you know,
exactly, yeah,
just like Zach for. I don't know. He's got a beard and he's hilarious. Have you seen Live at the Purple Onion? Oh my God! You know.
Could you spell Galifianakis right now?
Because I'm the worst speller.
Okay, I'm not great.
Yeah.
I just literally 10 minutes ago realized that on my Facebook ad and Instagram ad that I made for the show tonight completely spelled the word selling wrong. Like
Selling?
And I spelt it SALEING, like sale. Like though I just took the word sale and added ing to it, bro. And the worst part is well, I mean, you know that we sold a good amount of tickets from the ad, so like I'm not worried about it. But I went today to see how much money had been spent on the ad type thing, and I was on the page, and there was one comment on the ad. And on the page post, and
someone calling you out,
and someone said, definitely not buying tickets from anyone who spells the word selling like that. And I was like, oh fuck, I did spell it, because I spelt it. I think I spelt it just wrong enough though, where it's okay.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, if you had more words misspelled in the whole thing, I think that would have been funny.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, you're right. It clearly is a spelling error.
That's like a super meta joke if like every other word was spelled like differently. You know,
it did say best darn comedy show,
Best
and then
darn.
it just
You
said
used darn?
and then it said sailing fast now. So, hey, here's the thing. We almost sold it out in pre-sale, so there's a lot of dumb motherfuckers in this town just like me. So I'm not alone, dude.
Yeah, but they're probably like me too, where I'm like, oh, I want to go to that. It's okay, and
Let's
just
go see this retard's comedy show.
just
Is that
like
basically?
I'm not gonna go sit there and read the description. It's like, you know.
No, you're also right
like,
though.
on the page at least.
Because that's the thing.
Like,
because
that's
it's the word sale and then ing, your brain will at least probably read it as selling fast still.
Yeah.
And it's like you said, who the fuck is nitpicking an ad and like, I was gonna attend this comedy show, but I want intellectuals on my stage.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
it's fucking. It was so. It did get me though. It did get me mad for a second.
Yeah, it's pretty funny though. I like that. Like, I don't know. I like all the negative comments and shit. And it's just
There's
It's like I don't even like pay attention to them. Like, but like, you know, you'll get like you've had some videos go viral.
Yeah,
It's
of
just,
course.
Like, there'll be days where it's just like you look at it, like every single person is like telling you to eat shit. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, they're like, fuck you, bro.
Yeah, you're like, you guys have a lot of fucking free
I'm just
time.
like, damn. But at the same time, I'm just like, yes, just just keep commenting, dude. I'll like some of them. Like, I'm just like, yeah, I like that. I like that. And that one was good.
Yeah.
You know,
No. There's funny ones that like. There's funny shitting on me ones that I'll take.
But also, this one guy said something along the lines of "I suck and I need to work on my writing," and he spelt writing wrong. He put RIGHT, and so I just wrote under there, and I just
the little asterisk writing,
like, writing. I was like, yeah. And every once in a while, I'll still get like someone will come up and be like, a comment will come up, and I'll look, and it'll just be like. Someone or a like comes up and it's like they liked my asterisk, you know, like
that's hilarious.
Because I like it says by creator on there, you know.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh fuck you. Those are fun, but I don't. Yeah, I mean, you can't let the messages.
Yeah, there's time.
Worry about
There's
it.
just time. Like one of the funnest moments that I've had with a clip, and like you were saying with the writing thing was. I put up a stand-up clip, and it was one of those things where I was like, oh, this is a funny bit, and the clip looks really good, and there's lots of laughter, so, like, this is a good clip. Like, it wasn't, sometimes you make a clip, and then you post it, and you look at it on your feed, and you're like, straight up, this wasn't my best shit. Like,
it also doesn't, I mean, if you don't have the audience mic'd or something, so depending on your, you gotta always, like, because I put a bunch of stuff up that, like, were good. They weren't, like, sold-out shows, but they were, like, full enough, and, like, I did well.
Yeah.
But, like, from when the club filmed it, and they only record the audio here out of the mic.
Worst, dude.
And so it's like you can still hear audience members like laughing at certain things, but which should be amplified. But like it's funny. I'll post up clips and I'm just like, and everyone's like, dude, this guy's bombing. Why is he posting this? And I'm just like, dude, I was like, I'm not bombing, like, but at the same time, I'm just like, fuck it, let him think I'm bombing.
Yeah, dude.
I put in my bio straight up just as my content sucks.
I saw that today when I was looking at your profile. That made me actually laugh this morning. Yeah, dude. The funny thing I had happen with the comments were, and this one was like immediately people started they used some like slang word. Everyone started commenting, which I know what it means now, but at the time I didn't know. Everyone started commenting milk. And I was like, yo, why the fuck is everyone commenting like milk on my shit? What the fuck does this mean? Oh. And then Colin had to explain to me that they're like, oh, they like it. And then eventually, you know, which
milk.
made me feel old as fuck.
Yeah, but I don't even like milk.
So. I love milk. So and when he said that, I was like, no, it makes sense. But you're right. Milk's kind of like now not a universally loved thing anymore.
Yeah, no, I like almond milk, like
almond milk's
like that.
Delicious,
but
dude.
You know,
I'll drink all milk, dude. All milk matters to me, and that's all.
Milk,
you know, yeah. And someone, you know, eventually someone comments, "This joke fucking sucks," and it gets like 1 or 2 likes, and then someone below is like, the guy's username is like, you know, like Chad567, and he's like, shut the fuck up, Chad. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. This shit was funny. And then ratioed the fuck out of him. And I was like, yes, fight for me. Fight for me.
Yeah, watching the battles is fun too. Like,
that's the best.
That's hilarious. Like, yeah, there's this one where a guy and a guy named Kyle and this other guy were just...
They're always 4-letter names, dude.
It was Kyle something or other, and then user, and then just like 003332 or something, like just a bunch of shit. I was like, oh, and they're just like going back and forth.
Yeah.
This like guy that his username was Tom Segura, but you know it's not Tommy
Segura,
Buns, you know, but it's just like it was Tom Segura. It was just like he said something and like and a bunch of people, then they just went back and forth, and it's just like talking shit, and like they're talking about each other's profiles like in the comments, and I was just like, oh shit, it's like it's like Kyle was like a chef or like cooks a lot of food, and the guy was like talking shit on him about his cooking.
Your food looks like shit, bro.
You want to be chef, bro? Then he was just like, yeah, well, what about you? You're like trying to be a famous comedian. You're trying to be you're faking a famous comedian.
Being
like,
a comedian, yeah.
He's like, oh, this is my burner account, like da da da. And then the other guy went in. I was like, you're fucking lame if you have a burner account.
You are. Dude, just talk shit from your real account if you're gonna talk shit.
Dude, it was just like I'll sit there and read those arguments forever. Those are the best.
It's great when the argument, like maybe they start if they're like, he sucks, you suck, or what he said was fucked up, no he didn't said, and then from that it divulges into a completely separate conversation. Like now there are, like you said, they're shitting on each other's profile, they're arguing about a completely different topic, and you're like, this is hilarious, dude. You guys are talking about nothing. Like, why are you arguing on a stand-up clip now about who has the worst profile picture?
Yeah,
it's dumb.
It's ridiculous.
All right, dude, because we were just talking about wannabe chefs. I want to jump into one of the segments, and then I got some more topics for us. But this one's the Dumbass of the Week, brought to you by Red Foreman.
Dumbass, dumbasses, dumbass, 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 dumbass.
The Dumbass of the Week this week. So I saw this cooking video on Twitter, and it's so bad. It's one of, you know how on TikTok everyone can now kind of just, I mean, you can post whatever you want. What's funny is we were just making fun of people hating on TikToks, and now we're gonna hate on someone's TikTok.
Yeah, yeah.
This is full circle,
yeah,
dude.
Full circle, dude.
But so this there's a cooking video, and as it goes on, it's very bad, and you're gonna start to imagine what the lady is gonna look like, and it's still gonna look worse than what you can imagine. So I'm gonna put it on. I'll narrate it to the listeners so everyone can figure out what the fuck is going on. All right, let's go. Can you see from there? You need full screen?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. So she just threw a frozen block of ground beef, like unfrozen, still like a foot long, is pouring aggressive amounts of seasoning on top of it, like so much. If you're watching, you can see
she's got some onions in there.
They're so poorly chopped. She has a meat smasher, and she just forced the frozen shit down. This is the worst part. She says, "Oh, I'm gonna add half of the thing of beef broth," and she goes, "Ah, fuck it, I'm gonna just pour all of it." Pours a whole thing of beef broth. Doesn't drain the fat from the meat. You can see the fat on top.
That's horrible.
She's now dumping just white rice into the thing. She's mixing it up. More taco seasoning, dude. You're going to get kidney stones from this fucking meal.
Yeah, no shit.
And then now it's starting to form. Dude, you can just... The fat, dude. You can see the fat. It's so gross. More seasoning.
No, that's cheese.
Oh, nacho cheese. Oh, bro. Shut the fuck up.
I like how it says gourmet nacho
cheese in a can. Oh, bro. Look. That shit looks like diarrhea. Look at her, bro. Look at her, bro. Her face looks like a mask, like a Halloween mask.
It does. At first, I thought it was my friend Allie. I was scared because it looked similar to her. Dude. It's like, oh,
dude,
no,
and now she's crushing Doritos on top, putting store-bought greens. Oh, I've had that sauce, though. I can't hate on that. Oh, dude,
that's the worst.
That's gross, dude. I cannot believe. Do you think that's real? Like, she's being genuine, right?
I don't know.
Because if it's a troll, then I give her I'm 100% on her team, and I apologize for all the remarks because she just trolled the fuck out of us.
Yeah.
But I genuinely think that if you met that woman, if it's your friend Allie, like you said,
yeah,
she would be like, hey, Nick, you want to come over? I'll make you my best meal. And she's going to whip that out.
Here's the thing, though, is what if you didn't see it being cooked?
Here's the thing. If you maybe let's thaw out the meat.
No, but you didn't see it. No, you didn't see any of it.
Okay, you're right. It's probably not going to change it. Here's what would bother me. I think it's going to be too much seasoning, which
Yeah, I mean,
I
that
don't
could
need to
totally-
see. I can taste that.
Yeah, you'll be able to taste that.
I
you know?
think leaving the fat in is going to make it taste gross. But
fat's a delicious.
Here's the thing, though, dude.
Delicious, man. It's gonna make it taste amazing.
Hey, dude, you're right. If you blindfolded me and fed me that, it might be my.
I'm saying that final
thing.
product looked like Hamburger Helper because I'm
I'm gonna have
like,
Hamburger Helper this week. Fuck, I'm just a hater, bro.
Yeah, dude, just put some rice in. Yeah, legit. Look from this angle, that was the first time I ever saw the video. It looked like I mean, I don't know. Look at the end, the final product. You're like, oh, that's definitely a trick. But I mean, that's a terrible thing to serve to people.
Yeah.
Here, have some kidney stones.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. You're right.
And think about how many like people just cook like that all the time anyway.
Bro, you know what I kind of want to do? You know what would be fun is I bet it's already been done, but someone should stitch that and just make it like slightly nicer, and I bet it's probably delicious, like you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know.
Even you know, like you said, yeah, you don't even have to make it nicer, and we're gonna fuck with that.
Yeah, I mean, just she doesn't know how to cook properly.
Yeah,
you know, but
here's the thing.
But
though.
every human at this point, if you're an adult, you know how to like add food to heat, and just I mean, for the first part of my living, all I did was just like cook like stir fry all the time.
Yeah, like frozen meals.
No, like veggies, you know.
Oh, you would just do that and cook it in a pan?
Yeah, just put it in the pan, stir fry it up. Same thing, like cut up some chicken, stir fry it up, you know.
Look at you, fucking Chef Boyardee over here.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I just do it a little bit, but I also keep
Yeah.
I don't sit there and measure out, like, my
No, I like to
stuff.
cook a lot. I'm a good cook, too, and I'm the same. It drives my girlfriend crazy because she'll want to cook with me or want to recreate a meal, and she's like, how much seasoning do I put? And I'm like, enough. She's like, what do you mean? I go, I never measure it. I just and you know when it's enough, and you taste it as you go. And she's like, well, how much this? I'm like, I don't know. Like when I make coffee in the morning, I just start dumping it out of the container into the top, and I'm like, that's enough. And then I'm grab a cup of water. That's enough water. And she's like, well, how much? And it's just, you just know. I mean, yeah, it's just like, it also depends. Yeah. Cause I do the same thing. I make French press every day, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I just pour it in. Like,
yeah.
I've started, like, if I make a full pot I'll put like a cup of coffee in there, you know, if not, I'll just kind of like eyeball it depending on how many cups of coffee I'm going to have. And
yeah.
Got it pretty good. I was like, I pretty much know how many cups of like which mug I have at this point, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, I'll just use this big one.
I want to talk about your show, Drinking Coffee with Nick.
No, I'm just kidding.
You're like, no, dude, I don't want to plug none of my shit off the grid.
Oh, yeah. No, I love that. That's a great show. Drinking Coffee with Nick on my Instagram.
Check it out
when I feel like it throughout the week. Check it out.
Hell yeah, dude. You want to explain them the premise or drink coffee?
It's in the title. You just come over and drink coffee with me.
All right, hell yeah, dude.
It's a 1 minute talk show.
Mysterious. I like it. Yeah. No, it's a great show, guys. You guys need to check it out. I enjoy the way.
I'd say, why don't you describe it?
Okay, yeah. So it's a show. That's actually a good idea. Yeah. He does like a minute interview style type show with a guest, and they're drinking coffee, like you said. It's explained, but what I think is funny is when you record it, it's not a minute. You guys record like an
5
X amount
minutes.
of content, and I think there's something to be said with the way you put it together is very funny. Because
thank you.
I'm sure that there's a way you could put it together where it's not funny. Because of course, I'm sure you have these funny moments. It's just like making any clip. You have to have a comedic mindset when you edit to put out something funny. So I think that besides just the funny concept of interviewing someone, it's just a quick minute interview with a comic drinking coffee, which is just like, everyone has coffees together. You put it together in a very funny way where sometimes the funniest part of the clip is just the subtitles or the zoom ins or the cuts, which is the way you do that is really good. So I think you guys should check it out. I really enjoy them.
Thanks. Yeah.
Of course, dude.
At Nick Fitzwell on Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah, what's the Fitzwell on your handle?
It's just it was
Nick
like a play on
Fitzwell.
Dick Fitzwell, like
Okay.
Nick Fitzwell, and
I don't know.
it was
I don't know who's Dick
available.
Oh, now I get it. Fuck, you got me, dude.
Like
That was great. That was a real life "What's up, dog" right there in the moment. Fuck, man. Yeah, I gotta. So you actually like coffee? You drink French press? You said what's a French press?
It's just like basically what's the word?
Is it the one you keep in the fridge and it pushes it down?
I mean, you can put it in the fridge if you want to do cold brew, but what you do is you boil water, put it into the basically a cup, like a handle.
Yeah.
What's I don't know, a coffee pot? It's a coffee pot, but it's a glass
kettle?
cylinder. No, it's just like a glass cylinder with a handle that you pour over, and then
what is that called?
It's called a French press, but I'm
This thing, guys, if you're watching,
I don't know what this is, like,
yeah, it could. What the fuck is that thing called, dude?
I don't know.
It's a pouring device.
Yeah,
It's not a vase,
not
right?
a boss.
No.
It's not.
What would you put lemonade in? We're gonna figure this out, dude. Fuck. I gotta look this up because this is gonna piss me off if
What
I
happens
can't
when you
figure out
smoke
what
right
it is,
before
dude.
you get on the pod?
Yeah,
You're like,
naughty boys. What do you?
Or why don't you just look up French press too while you're at it? Exactly
Okay, yeah,
what I'm
so I
talking
can
about.
see it and I can put it between us. A pitcher.
A pitcher, yeah.
There we go, dude.
Yeah,
Yes.
idiot, yeah.
Here's the cool thing. I didn't even find the
And
word
you
on
like
Google.
baseball.
I just saw the picture of it. Yeah,
Oh
dude.
yeah. Oh, it's a pitcher.
All right.
That's funny.
Fucking great, dude. We figured it out, guys. That right there is great podcasting.
Great
Just two
podcasting.
morons trying to figure out a word that I'm sure every other person listening knew,
Yeah, I mean,
except us.
yeah, I mean, I'm real dumb at times, especially when I get stoned. Like the other day, I couldn't remember how to spell the
How?
THE. I
That's
don't know.
bad, dude.
No, but it was just like I was like but I was high. I was just like and I was like I'd spell it out and I was like that doesn't look right. Like, I was just like common words don't look right. Sometimes you're like, is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right? I don't know. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
I know what you mean. I've had that where I have I'm a big fan of taking the fucking voice speak and just being like or whatever
I do
word
that all the time.
that I can't figure
Yeah.
out. And cause dude, yeah, sometimes I just cannot remember. Like sometimes you just look like sometimes it's the most simple word and you type it out and you look at the spelling of it and you're like, there's no way that shit can be right? No,
Yeah,
no. And then you're just stuck trying to figure that shit out.
All it also do is if I know I don't know how to spell it, I just spell it as best I can. I hope autocorrect catches it. And if it does it, I'm just like, but sometimes it's not, like, because I'm also just like when I text, I don't like proofread. I just hit send.
Same.
And people are like, "What the fuck are you saying?" I'm missing words because I'm like in my mind, I'm like, "Yeah, I did that." Like, I'm just like completing the sentence, like. So you get some weird mumbled, just be like,
Yeah, at least you're not the voice text guy. That's my dad.
I do that too sometimes when I have to, like.
No, that's okay. I'm saying,
But I don't read them beforehand. I just like I hit them and then like they'll be like, "What did you just say?" And I was like, "Oh, that didn't."
that
pick up
happens
anything."
a lot too.
I do
It'll
that.
say some crazy shit. You're like, what?
I become like when I drive now. I like the walkie-talkie mode.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
shit.
that's the
Just
best.
like I hit like if I get a text, I'm like, I just need a reply. Just like, hey, yes, no, blah blah. I'm driving, And then
exactly.
And then as long as they just either walkie-talkie me back or just text me normal. It's texting while driving super easy.
Yeah. Shout out texting while driving.
Life hack.
No, I'm the same way. I'll do the message back and forth. I'll voice text. My dad though, literally, everywhere he is, no matter what, voice text. He doesn't.
My dad does that too.
Yeah, the only time he doesn't, if it's a quick thumbs up back, like that's his okay to you. But otherwise, dude, we'll be in fucking market. It'll be like I've seen him do it in like the talking time before church, like, like the mingling time. He'll just, yeah, no, I'll talk to you soon. Sounds good. Thanks. Bye. And then he can't see close. So I think that's the fucking trumpet.
That's
back
why
and
they
forth.
do that. It's because they can't see to type.
Yeah, I know. It's funny, but
it's just like, oh damn, man.
That's gonna be us probably.
Yeah, my dad's like worked with his hands his whole life. Like he's got big
man
dad hands, dad hands, and like I was like, dude, he can't like even like tap the buttons, dude.
That's true. There is something to be. I had one of my buddies' dad growing up. He would always accidentally, like because he was one of my coaches, so he would text me and be like, hey, practice today is gonna be fuck my fat ass fingers are sent. Like he could never get a full text without accidentally hitting send.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's that's really funny.
I couldn't imagine back in the day with the
T9.
Yeah, the T9.
That shit was sick.
No, I had to do that.
That was the best because like you just be in class like texting your friends like in your pocket and you're just like
you can't memorize. You don't know like a key. You can't type without looking.
No. I mean, it's.
I guess it's way harder. It's different with the full keyboard.
Well, no, I meant like.
Oh, because there's the solid button.
The solid button, so you know what buttons.
Yeah, you're right.
It
was like Braille,
and
bro.
There was
we
a code.
We knew Braille basically.
It was a code, like, and you're just like, so you just type it, like that scene in The Departed.
Yeah.
When he's just typing all the words out, and he's just.
That's why gangsters have burner phones now.
I don't know. That was movie was set back like years ago though.
Oh, they just didn't have iPhones then.
Yeah, and it's Hollywood too. They are always like just. Yeah. Like, this would be so much easier with an iPhone. It's like this movie's 2022 and you're carrying around a flip phone, like.
Yeah, I don't know. There's still genuine people.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Who have flip phones. Like my grandpa bought a BlackBerry when it first came out and has never not had a BlackBerry. Oh. Like he's just a devout BlackBerry. Yeah. The best part too is when you ask him why, he goes, "It's because I can check my email." And I have my calendar on it. And I'm like, bro, every phone now has that. Like, I understand.
That's so funny. But back in the day, that was a huge flex. Like,
yeah.
That,
my grandpas are hilarious with the grandpa shit that they'll do. Or just any old person. I was on the phone with him the other day, just, catching up with him. And he's in his 70s, bro. So he's old. And so I'm not giving him shit. I just think that it's funny. But I started telling him that I was producing podcasts and doing that on the side. And he doesn't know what the fuck that means. But I said it and I, explained kind of, like I'm helping people out, this and that. And
you just told him I'm doing radio, but I work from home. I'm a radio producer. I just work from home.
Yeah. And he was so like thrown off. You could tell by what I said that when he tried to iterate it back to me, he was just like, yeah, man, I mean, I'm so happy that you're auditing podcasts now these days.
Auditing them?
And it was great. Yeah, and it was right around tax time too.
Oh, that's
so best. Yeah, so he was definitely like, the word produce to him was a brand new word.
Yeah.
Because think about it, my grandpa isn't like, who is this track produced
He's like
by?
vegetables? What about produce?
Yeah. Just, no, he had no context whatsoever of what I was talking about, but he just threw out the word that he was like, I think that's what he fucking meant. Yeah. And, good for him, dude. I can't wait to be an old man like that. Yeah. Just talking nonsense to my grandkids and shit.
Yeah,
it'll be the day.
We'll see. We'll see if I get there.
So I wanted to... Dude, if you die, I'll say something I'll say great things at your funeral. Please. It'll be awesome.
Yeah, awesome.
It'll be touching but funny. I'll figure something out. Don't worry. I got you, dude. I got you. Promise. Yeah. Unless I'm also dead.
Yeah, who knows?
Then,
got this. You never know what's happening these days.
We're putting bad mojo on ourselves. So one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about was you're not completely, but you do a lot of one-liners on stage. Mm-hmm. And is that when you started doing comedy, did you start doing one-liners right away?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what do you think there was a reason? Is your favorite comic a one-liner? Is there a reason why you started doing one-liners?
I mean, that's just kind of like how my jokes would come to me.
They
Like,
just
like,
kind of came to you
yeah,
like that?
Yeah, like I'm like I try and write as much as I can. Like trying to write more now. Like
Yeah, I'm lazy with writing.
Yeah,
really
I'm
bad
trying
with
to do it more. At least trying to do it every day.
Mhm.
Like but even then when I write like stuff like that, it's just like free writing or just thinking about stuff. Usually write. I've just been kind of randomly journaling, like almost like just trying to remember things, like just to try and like see if I can make them funny or do it like that. But I mean, when I get all that out, like the free writing, get all that just junk out of my head, then like usually I'll just be driving to a show or driving to a mic and just like be thinking about comedy. And then like a lot of my stuff comes to me in my car when I'm driving or I'm out walking around. Like if I get stoned and I'm just goofing off, like the ones that like kind of just come to me freely, those are the ones I kind of like write down and put into my actual like notebook to take to mics and stuff like that.
Because I'm not good at writing one-liners. So I don't really ever do it. Do you still get joke ideas and premises from just everyday conversations? Because that's how I get a lot of my ideas. Is like I'll kind of riff on a random topic or subject with some friends, and something funny happens, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, that could be a bit. Jot it down and kind of workshop it on stage and in my notebook and shit.
Yeah.
But what about you? Does that happen to you or not as much because they're kind of more like calculated?
Yeah, it's probably more just because I'm more calculated. Like I might hear someone say something like just the way they say it. I'll just be like, there's something will like click. I'm like, oh, that's funny. Like, just like a random word. Like one time at work, this lady just said like, you can't shake them, and I was just like, I just thought it's like, I was like, oh. She was like, you can't shake them, and in my mind I was just like, that's funny, and then
like, you could work it into a punchline.
And then it became like, why herpes are worse than babies. You can't shake them.
That's good. Yeah, I love that.
Like, it's not to plug a joke, but yeah, it's just like, so it's like stuff like that would just be like, oh, okay, and then I'll like text it or write it down on my notes in my phone and just kind of go about my day. But definitely it's been helping a lot getting just like even the free writing out, and then I'm also getting like at least writing out a lot of like memory stories and stuff like that, so I can go back through and see if I can make them funny, because I mean, got like some outlandish stories and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like,
of course. That's what I've been realizing too. I started when I first started off, I wrote stories, and I would try and do stories on stage, which is hard because it's, everyone has good stories, but when you try and make a joke a longer story too, unless you're writing just punchlines in there, it's hard to get people's attention. And then I kind of went to more normal punchline setup jokes as I moved on, and I'm trying to get back to having funnier stories and just thinking of like, because if you think about it, everyone has those stories that you share just to friends when someone's like, oh, you want to hear a crazy story, and it's funny the whole time. It's like there's no reason you can't just do that on stage.
Yeah.
And so
but that's also a lot more with like comfortability and body language and stuff. Like
totally.
I've had the same conversation with some of my friends. They're like, why don't you tell that story on stage? And I was like, well, that's there's a difference. Like, you obviously know some of the people in the story versus, like, you have a lot more context and I'm more comfortable with you and we're just talking versus, like, it's hard talking, like, just being yourself on stage, like, or it's challenging, I should say, like, to, like, really be open. I've done it a couple times. Like, Jordan McDonald didn't force me, but had me do his Melting Pot show. And he was like, all the comedy had to come back and relate towards you, and like mine was all like one-liner stuff that didn't. So I just wrote out a little thing, like a story that I did, and I just went on stage and tried to find the funny in it, and it went good. It didn't go like amazing, like but it's good to be honest on stage. Yeah, it was like I didn't murder, but I mean I didn't do poorly either, so it was nice, But I actually got a cool bit out of it, So I was that's nice, It's like, so it's fun though. I mean, but yeah, writing is just like one of those things you got to do it in any type of form, just get it out, and make it that it's just for you. And I find that like, I feel so much better.
No, I feel you, dude. It's something that I definitely need to do more, and I like the idea of journaling and just getting your thoughts out. Did you see Dave Chappelle getting attacked on stage?
I did
Because we
see
feel like
that.
we got to talk about that.
Oh
It's
yeah,
still
that did
pretty
happen.
recent.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw a couple videos of it, like from different angles. Yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, you got to look it up because it's. I mean, he gets tackled on stage by like a crazy guy who. First off, somehow the guy apparently got in a gun. And did you see the new school bayonet gun shit that was?
I didn't see.
Bro, it
Oh.
was a gun with basically like a fucking pocket knife on front of it. So it was like a little
Oh, I
22
did see that.
with a pocket knife.
Oh, it was an
And-
actual gun, and I thought it was just a pocket knife with a dumbass handle.
Nah, dude, I think it was a real gun.
Oh fuck, yeah.
Because I don't think but my question is knife or gun, I don't know how he got that the fuck in there.
Yeah, see, like I only saw that gun from like a meme on Instagram, you know, like, and they're like, imagine if
Yeah.
you got killed by this shit. And I was
Yeah.
just like, oh, that's funny, and I didn't even put two and two together because I just saw the video of him getting attacked, and that's as far as I saw into it. It's like, I mean, I didn't go and be like, oh my god, what happened? I had to like read all this stuff. Like I don't really do all that anyway, you know.
Yeah.
I don't do research. Like
Fair enough.
I don't do research. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. You're honest at least.
I don't do any research at all. If the internet
Fuck yeah.
says
You
it.
just dude, I'm pretty bad at seeing something and being like, yep, that's true. I'll go talk about it now. I'll go tell people it's true. I'll pretend like it was the realest thing I've ever heard because some guy with a SpongeBob meme for a profile picture said it happened.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of how I fucking live my life, I guess, dude.
I do the same thing. I get my news from the internet.
Yeah.
Or from the Instagram.
Yeah, I get it from Instagram and Twitter are my two biggest news sources, 100%. Did you did you see the video though of how badly they fucked the guy up after?
I saw the picture of him.
Oh, yeah.
And then I
dude.
saw the video of him like on the cart, dude. His arm looks busted.
It's backwards, dude.
Yeah.
I saw people were saying that he got Segura'd, like Tom Segura.
Yeah,
like,
that was good. Yeah, I
that
saw
made me
that.
fucking laugh. And dude, that guy, they just beat the shit out of him, which is hilarious because I guess they're kind of allowed to because there's security. There's that weird.
We attacked him. I mean, he had
Yeah.
a weapon.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, you're right. Yeah, maybe I'm not.
That's what security's supposed to do.
Yeah,
Like,
you're right.
Private security like that, I feel so. If I paid for guys that are twice my size to walk around me, like,
Totally, they need to fuck that guy.
like
up
earn
for-
your money. Like,
Yeah. Cause dude, they fucking
because that was like at an event.
yeah.
So there's so many different levels of why that guy shouldn't have been around, you know. But like if he was
Yeah.
out in public, just walking around and like kind of got in his face a little, you know, and the security would have pushed him back immediately, and like that would have never got that far. But he was clearly attacking.
Yeah, he got up on stage. Funny thing is he bought front row tickets to basically. I know he tackled Dave Chappelle, but didn't really do any damage.
He didn't tackle.
He didn't,
him.
like-
he rushed him and he grabbed him and like Dave kind of sidestepped. With
Yeah,
him, like,
yeah.
Swung around. I didn't see Dave on the
No,
ground,
yeah, my bad. Not like he like attempted to
Yeah,
tackle.
yeah.
Like he got to attempt to tackle him, and then got the shit beat out of him, and his arm broken. For nothing, basically.
Yeah.
That's sad, bro. That
Well,
sucks. For
yeah.
that guy, what a loser.
Yeah, and I mean he did it because he apparently was, which I heard this news on another podcast.
Yeah.
On Tom and Bert were talking about it, but
Yeah.
according to those reliable news sources,
Yes.
the guy was doing it because of Dave's transphobic comments and stuff like that. But
See, but then I read on Twitter with no research that apparently he was like a right-winged Republican who like it had to do something with like Dave Chappelle being black. I don't know.
he was black though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
attack
so
him?
I don't know, dude. I'm just saying maybe we should start doing research, dude.
Maybe we need a research guy.
I want no, fuck it. It's going to take me too long to figure this out. We're just going to be sitting here in silence as I'm like reading.
There'll be a
16
link to
articles.
multiple news articles from reliable sources in the comments.
Yeah.
This episode, click
Yeah.
below.
You want to do a would you rather or two right now?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
I can never think of any. I can never think of those.
Yeah, me
But
either.
they're
I steal them from Reddit.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
steal them. I give the user incel credit who said it. This
Incel
one
user.
is longest neck giraffe said, which 7 deadly sin enchantment would you pick? So there's not 7, which is hilarious that he says that, but there's the
7 deadly sins.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
No, but the options, he only lists 5.
Oh.
So great job, longest neck giraffe. But out of these, it says lust, the enchantment, and so they're enchantment. So there's descriptions that I'll tell you for each one.
Oh, okay.
Lust, enchant food with the ability to remove all bad emotions for 2 hours after eating. So every time you eat food, it makes you feel great. Like you could bomb and feel terrible, but then you have a pretzel stick and you're like, let's fucking go. I feel great. But you're going to keep eating food all the time, which is not good. Wrath, which is enchantment of any one item at any time with a Thor's hammer effect. So any item can come to you at any time.
Okay.
And then greed, the enchantment, anything, you can make anything become $100. Sloth, items to where after touching the item, the victim won't be able to wake up for 8 hours. That one feels really rapey. Pride, enchantment items to where anyone touching it will do whatever you ask without hesitation. So, if you need to see him again.
No, I got it. Okay.
I don't know. Okay, immediately the sloth one. I know I said it feels rapey, but
that sounds practical.
Why? What do I need to put to sleep for 8 hours?
Just me.
Dude,
anyone
I
item? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't have problem. I guess I don't have. Do you have problems sleeping?
I mean, sometimes with like the comedy lifestyles, like it's just like you're out all the time, so it's just like if I could just sleep for 8 hours guaranteed, like it's just like, all right, well I'm going to bed, I'm out.
Okay, fair enough. All right,
and then be like, I'll be up in 8 hours.
I don't know though, but that's just
you wouldn't even have to set an alarm clock.
Yeah, I guess you're right, but I don't know. I don't have a problem sleeping.
That one sounds good. I like that one. What are the other options?
We have the one where we can make food remove all bad feelings for 2 hours. It already kind of does that, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I don't
need that.
Yeah, that's why after a good set, you go to eat because it makes you keep feeling good. You go drink, it makes you feel good. But wrath, enchant, the Thor's hammer effect. I don't know. There's nothing I really need that bad.
I'm not very violent anyway. Like, what would I use Thor's hammer for?
But it's like you could put it on your phone so that you could, if you lost your phone, no matter what, you could call it back, or your wallet, so that if your wallet got stolen, you could just call it back to you at any time. I just don't feel like that one's the most practical of all choices.
Oh, so you can only use one. You can only use one. You can only use the Thor's hammer, Would it'd still be heavy like that? No one could pick it up, right?
No one else can take it. Yeah.
Can you put it on anything you want?
Yes, anything you want.
Whenever you want.
Whenever you want.
That sounds pretty dope.
I guess you're right. That is kind of cool. That would be sick to just leave your car running. Fucking just leave the car on, keys in it. Just touch the door handle. No one can fucking move the door handle but you.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking. I don't know. I think, dude. I'm going with the anything you can make anything become $100. Fuck that. Hey, are you done with your empty Perrier can? Boom, $100 bill.
That's pretty cool.
And I get that all these because of the sins. There's the temptation of how if you look at all of these, they can become bad because you could start turning. You know what I mean? All of a sudden you're like
just sleep for just every time you wake up, touch it and fall back asleep.
Yeah, you could you could just start falling asleep all the time. Dude, you could, with the money thing, all of a sudden you're like, fuck, I need some money real quick. And then you start taking some things you care about and turning them into $100. Bro, here's the thing. If I had that, I'm a little fucked up. And some guy's like, hey, you're a bitch, bro. I'd be like, and then boom, dude.
$100.
He's $100 in my hand.
I was thinking you're like, you'll start taking things you actually like and need. And I'm like, why would you just walk outside and hit the neighbor's car? Hit the neighbor's car.
That'd be amazing.
Just
dog shit in the yard. Your dog takes a dump.
Go by and hit the neighbor's front doors.
Yeah.
Just as you're walking, just grab it and keep going.
That would be pretty amazing.
Gone.
I still think
that'd
it would
be
just
great for pranks.
Yeah, I still just like the idea of a group of dudes pulls up on you to fuck you up, turn one of their homies into $100 bill, and you're like, I'll turn the rest of you into this. I'll make you into 300.
You can all have one hit on me, but trust me, I'll just be like, all right, let's go, dude.
Yeah,
let's
you're
go. You want a
fucking.
box?
If you guys leave now, I'll let you take your friend with you, and then give him the $100 bill.
Get yourself something nice.
Yeah, your friend would have wanted it. That would be crazy though. Boom, like you can make a crazy villain, dude. Turns guy into $100. Like, this is your friend. Money means nothing to me. Pull out a lighter and be like, watch it burn. Be like, watch your friend turn into nothing, and then turn the dust back into $100. Light it again. That'd be some gangster ass shit.
You just see the face in the middle of the dollar, like turn to him and be like, ah!
Bro, that would be sick. That could be like a Twilight Zone sketch.
Yeah, that would be.
We should write this down. Write this down. We're gonna. Okay, which one are you going with? You gotta pick one, dude, or I'm gonna turn you into $100. Come on now.
All right, well,
I think you like the Thor's hammer one. You seem the most excited about.
that is pretty cool. I'd like that. Yeah, I think I'd just take that one. Seems like the least of the evil. You know what I mean? Though I feel like I could do the least amount of harm with that.
Yeah. Okay.
With my personality, I'm cool. I don't think I'd get all upset and actually grab a hammer and turn that into and start going to town.
You would.
Wait, can it? Yeah, you can get lightning.
Dude, it would be sick.
Lightning, dude. Yeah.
Bro, imagine like you're in a bar, like running bar trade. Like, bro, I'll give you $100. Says you can't pick this up, but I can. And then can't. You know what I mean? Fuck with them and shit.
You'd have your own show on Netflix.
Yeah.
Freaking people out in the street.
So 5.3K people voted. So 5,300 people voted. 2.7, and again, Reddit incels, voted enchantment items to anyone touching it will do whatever you ask. I don't know. I mean, I get you can control people, but I don't know. That one just...
Hey, can I get some time? No. Hey, can I get some time?
Yeah. Okay.
I think,
guess
yeah,
you're right.
yeah.
Okay, I get it. I guess we looked over that one a little too much. The next biggest one at 1.9 is mine at greed at 100. And then the next one is the food one at 310, yours at 270, and then the lowest is 75 people did the sleeping one. So you liked the two worst ones, Nick.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel? Sad?
No. It's great.
Okay, for sure, dude. Whatever you say.
Doesn't hurt my feelings at all. I know I suck. I put it in my title, in my bio, dude.
No, I like that. That's the best diffuser. That's my thing. People sometimes people will like shit on me. You know what I mean? You know, people do that. They'll be like, bro, like fucking this, that about you. I'll be like, I love myself. You can't hurt my feelings. I go, I love myself, dude.
Yeah.
And then they're like, what? And you're like, I love myself. And they're like, fucking,
like
this isn't fun anymore. I have sisters. I understand how you diffuse people. All right. Would you rather have a drink, a sandwich, a soup, or a dessert named after you? So, you could have it the Nick Fitzwell, whatever. You could have it the Nick Ceppaglia. You could have it the fucking, whatever, various nicknames you have. Mustache Nick. That's what I used to call you.
Yeah.
They'd be like, which Nick? And I'd be like, Mustache Nick, dude. Yeah. But then now I feel like you're Nick.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of other Nicks that I see constantly.
Yeah, that's cool.
I
mean,
but if someone's confused, I guess I do immediately. Actually, now I say your last name because I know you well enough to say it. But before, for a while, you were just Mustache Nick.
Mustache Nick.
You got a mustache on your finger, dude. You got a mustache on your face.
Well, I like to shave sometimes, and when I do my jokes, my mustache material, I just go, this is what I look like with the mustache. And I just
That's funny. That's almost like that would almost make me. Does that get a big pop when you do that normally?
I've only done it like twice.
Oh, okay.
Because I usually have a mustache.
Fair enough.
I mean, like if I know if I have how when you have like runs in comedy and be like, oh, I've got a few hot weeks, doing shows consistently, and then like maybe have like a couple of weeks drop off or you're
the normal wave.
Like sometimes I'll shave then. It's like I don't know. Sometimes I just shave I
feel you.
Whenever I need to grow a new one.
Yeah, the worst is because I have a bit right now that I'll do sometimes that involves having like a Lone Star on stage with me, and sometimes if I want to do the bit because I like it and it does well, it's a good little like soft opener. I just fucking buy a Lone Star, like I'm which is a cheap thing to buy, but I'll not want to drink that night, have no urge, and I'm like, I guess I'll go spend a few bucks so people will laugh at me, which is so dumb. But okay.
Yeah, just take water or a soda water with lime.
Yeah, I guess
looks
you're right.
the same.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm gonna shave, it's like I only shave my mustache after I have sex. So, it's been a while. Every time.
That's great. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
So which one are you going with? The drink, sandwich, soup, or dessert?
Sandwich.
Sandwich?
Yeah.
The sandwich is so cool because I think, well, people have drinks named after them. Definitely not as common as the sandwich. Same with the soup and the dessert. I love desserts, so I think it would be really cool to have a dessert named after me. But the sandwich is just like iconic. More people are going to get sandwiches. So I'm with you. I'm going to go with the sandwich. Let's see. 4.9K voted. Okay, 2K said drinks, 1.2K said sandwich, 1.4K said dessert, and only 200 said soup. Yeah, soup would be fucking lame, dude.
Yeah.
I fuck with soup too, but not.
I don't know. Ceppaglia soup sounds tight, dude.
It kind of does, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That does kind of go hard, dude.
Ceppaglia soup?
Yeah, maybe you do need to have a soup. That would be good, dude. I could put the mustache
the
too.
Ceppaglia sandwich sounds
Perfect,
good,
dude.
though,
You could put your
too.
face on the soup can.
That's right.
That should be that would be sick merch to have one day.
Dude, all my friends made me graphics and stuff of like old pictures of me, and I'm just like, have like, almost like mohawk kind of haircut, and it's just like I'm in like a vest, and I'm just like, I'll have to find it and send it to you. Dude.
Yeah,
it's retarded. It has like my name on it. I used to use it for like, I had it on my old Instagram like before I had to make this new one.
That's great. Okay, would you rather stay the way you are now or retry your life from the age of 18? It's a tough one, right? How old are you?
34.
35. Okay, I'm 24, so this one's a little bit not as hard for me.
What I have my knowledge of now?
Yeah, dude, because it says
definitely going back.
Retry your life, which I feel like if you retry, yeah.
You'd have to know it's a retry.
Yeah, otherwise it would be like, do you want to be your age now or be 18 again? That would be the question. So of course, yeah.
Oh, yes, and like in the timeline.
Yeah.
Well, the timeline wouldn't play out the same, right?
No.
Because you're making different choices.
I'd prevent COVID. I'd go blow up the lab or the bat or whatever the cause of it is, because I never figured out what it was.
Yeah, I would have to. Well, I couldn't stop 9/11 because it happened when I was like 15. I could.
Yeah, I was in preschool when 9/11 happened.
Yeah, I was in 9th grade.
It's my first day of preschool.
First day of preschool?
Yeah, we went there for like 30 minutes, and they're like, all right, you can go home. Because it was like West Coast, it was like planes hit like right when they dropped us off.
We got dropped off at school off the bus, and I walked into class at in Oakhurst, California at Yosemite High School. And like all day long, all we did was watch the news, like in every single class. And they're like, a plane just hit the tower. Like, what? And they're like, a second plane hit the tower up too. I was like, wait, what?
Dude, what's crazy too is like universally every teacher was just like, yeah, I don't care how old my kids are, I'm turning this shit on the TV. And like kids from like preschoolers to high school kids just watched the towers fall.
Well, yeah, that's a huge historic event.
No, it's just crazy. Yeah, because you think about how like now they wouldn't show that on the news. Because they cut from violence. News is delayed now because news used to be 100% live. My mom has an old...
Yeah, but the thing is that you'd have to show that.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But you would have to give...
happening
but
live.
You would give like the graphic warning. I guess you're right. Yeah, I guess you're something so... Did they show the Boston bombing on the news? I was like still like younger.
I think they showed like footage like of like it going off for at some point, but,
yeah,
like that, just to have that to be like, we had to show you like, this is warning.
That's
this is
crazy.
Graphic. Like,
yeah, dude, moments like that are wild. I don't think I would restart my life just because I'm still young, and I don't know. I don't really have a lot of regrets. Like I'm 24. I have a degree. Yeah. I have a girlfriend. I like my life. I'm doing stand up. Things are going well. Like,
yeah, I
don't know. But I get how, I don't mean this in a mean way, how someone, you're older, you'd be like, I wish I would have started stand-up, like, earlier.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, definitely.
And I mean, even, it would even be cool to be like, I'd start stand-up at 18, but I like the security of that I have a degree, that while I can't make a living right now off stand-up, I can have a job during the day that doesn't prevent me from doing stand-up, that lets me earn a living. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I mean, that's kind of how I feel out here now. I'm like a lot happier out here because I mean, I have my degree.
Yeah.
I didn't go to college till I was like 26 though.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
It was free.
Yeah.
I was legally declared independent. Got to use my income and got all the FAFSA and financial aid. And,
hell yeah.
Dude, I made money going to college. Like,
yeah, no, I remember there were people on like football teams who like, you know, even at our junior college, because junior college is super cheap if you're a California resident, and it's like $1,000 a semester, but they would get $6,000-$7,000 in like FAFSA because they were just low income or like living on their own or something like that, independent, and they would you know, you'd pay your $1,000 for your classes, get your like $300 worth of books, and then you just had money to spend.
I just download PDFs of my books on my computers.
Yeah.
I think I had to buy like maybe 3 books the entire time I was in college. Yeah,
that's great. I would just rent. I would get them from like the used bookstore and then sell them back.
Yeah,
type shit. And then when I went to college, I was fortunately on scholarship. So that was a crazy thing too. When I got to college, people would be on full ride scholarships, but you would still be able to apply for like the Pell Grant, which is a giant grant for like lower income and FAFSA and stuff. And so some dudes, you know, were on a full ride scholarship, all their school paid for. Got there, we would get like an $800 a month stipend for like rent and food, and then they would also at the start of every semester get like $5,000 just from the school because it was leftover money. Which I'm like, dude, that must have been so nice. Like all those guys could just pay their rent then and then just chill off their stipend for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I started when I was 26, and then I started when I was 26 or 25 actually, because at the time it was 24 was the cutoff.
Yeah.
And I started when I was 25. I just went to junior college, one class at a time. I was working like 3 jobs and selling drugs, you know, like on the side and just hanging out. And stand-up wasn't a thing at all, you know. And the first semester I took 1 class. The next semester I took 1 class. That's a year, you know. The semester after that I took 2 classes, then 3 classes, and then when I went to transfer, I just went full time at the university at Fresno State. Got my bachelor's in philosophy.
Hell yeah, dude.
And then and then I was like doing comedy on the side, but Fresno had nothing going on, and I was just working at the family business. Like I've always had the family business. It was like a safety net. I've always worked there, you know, and helped my dad run it and stuff like that. And I was like next in line to take it over. I just like wasn't happy. I was like, I couldn't do comedy more than like 3 times a week. Like,
yeah, of course, dude.
Without driving, like, and having to be back for work, like. I'd get booked on shows in like LA or Sacramento at clubs and stuff, but I'd have to drive there after work and drive back and then go to work the next day at 8 or go to class at 8, you know.
Yeah, that's terrible.
You know, so I was just like, and then I moved here. I was just like, had to like walk away from the business and just like tell my dad, I was like, you know, I'm not going to take this over. You should do what you're going to do with it. And I'm going to go do my own thing. And it took me 34 years to do it, but I've never been happier since I moved out here. It's nice.
Dude, yeah. No, I love it out here. Fucking cheers to that. We actually got to wrap it up. We got to head up fucking north to the Domain. Get ready for the show tonight at Oscar Blues.
Wait, check the ticket sales. Maybe they're magically sold out.
That would be sick if it sold out while we were on
the podcast.
Podcast, that'd be fucking dope. We're pretty close though. I think it'll sell out either way. It's gonna be a good crowd because a sellout would be a lot of people. I don't want to like disclose that on the podcast, but like absolutely. It'd be a solid fucking crowd. Yeah. All right. Dude, I want to give you a minute to plug your stuff, and then I'll plug mine, and then we'll get out of here.
Oh, nice. Nicholas Ceppaglia, Nick Fitzwell on everything, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I got a show on Instagram and YouTube channels. So like and subscribe and follow.
Yep.
Drinking Coffee with Nick. Just you'll be able to find it easy. I got a podcast, Playing Pussy with Matt and Nick on Spotify and Anchor. We're a little behind on episodes, but there's a good amount of on there for you to check out. And yeah, that's it.
Fuck yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
All right, dude. Well, thank you again for doing the podcast. Guys, make sure you go follow him, show some love. Check out Drinking Coffee with Nick. I think it's super funny. You guys will enjoy it. Guys, if you're listening and you're in California at the end of this month, I have shows in Huntington Beach on May 26th. I have another show in Orange County that we'll be announcing later on the 29th. And then if you're in the middle of California, I have a show in some city that I can't remember the name of because I'm a piece of shit. Other than that, guys, also, when this comes out, that's this coming weekend. If you're in Dallas, I have 2 shows, one at Quinlan's Pub and then one at TK's Comedy Club on the 14th and the 15th of May. So, guys, if this is your first time listening or your 110th time listening, I appreciate you. And most importantly, thank you for letting us be your last resort. See ya.
Thank you.
This has been a Your Last Resort production.